Welcome to Motocross Action YouTube channel. We got something straight in front of us. It's not a motocross bike, the first of its kind out of Husqvarna. This could be the future of a motocross two-strokes. We got the 2018 Husqvarna TE250i fuel injection. So it's transfer port injected bike. It's pretty crazy. We never really thought this day would come, but Euro regulations over in Europe really made Husqvarna and KTM step up to two-strokes, or two-strokes would disappear. And I mean, we wouldn't want that. A few months ago, we got some time over in Austria on the twin brother KTM versions of these bikes up in Erzberg, and we got to say we're pretty impressed. I really thought this bike was going to be a slug coming off the line and through the trees and stuff, and straight line stability and all that. It's a true to life race bike, and it's pretty impressive. We're here to test this thing out, iron out the bugs. We have to put a lot of time into this bike to really get it dialed in. But again, for a two-stroke, there's one thing we love. It has an electric starter. Now it's pretty crazy. This must be the first smart bike of its time. I call it a smart bike because it has pretty much a brain underneath the seat, which is the EMS computer. It's an ECU that controls ignition timing and fuel based on information from 5 different sensors, which reads the intake and ambient air pressure, throttle position, oil, and water temperature for optimized engine response. Has a 39mm throttle body by Del Toro, featuring a butterfly valve controlled by twin cable throttle. And this is kind of tricky. It's like a Forester. You have to put oil in the gas. There's an oil filler cap where there's a 700cc tank. So Husky recommends that you can go about 4 to 5 tanks of gas before to fill it up. But I wouldn't risk it. I will fill this baby up every time, just so you don't blow up an engine or you don't seize a crank. Oversized gas tank, 18-inch rear wheel, kickstand. These aren't the air forks, these are just regular 48 Explorer forks. It has a headlight even. And as always, they have all the same premium features as they do their motocross versions: hydraulic clutch, premium parts, no tools airbox. We're gonna go a little off-road, but we're also gonna give you guys some motocross action on this thing and see what it can do, because that's what we wanna do. See if this bike is functional on the motocross track. Well, I rode moto on this bike, 80-foot jumps on this bike, rode endurocross, rode off-road, rode trails, and I have to say I'm really impressed with this bike. Is it perfect? Not from a long shot, but you know what? It's pretty darn good for first shot and what this bike is capable of. We see big things with this bike in the future. As far as what we can change in this bike, we really we didn't have enough time today. There's a lot of other things we really got to try. As far as the power valve adjuster, I mean, the power is pretty crazy. It starts off really mellow and builds up slowly, and then just goes and takes off on the top end. So for fast tracks like Glen Helen, it's actually pretty good. When it gets into tighter corners and stuff, you really got to downshift and wait for it to rev out. Suspension, I went all the way stiff on the motocross track, jumped all the jumps. Yeah, it's soft, but I'm over 200 pounds. And it held me pretty good. Then I went all the way soft on the endurocross track, and as you can see in the video, it took it all pretty well. So it's a very versatile bike. As far as it's comparable to the TC250 two-stroke, the power is way down on that. The power band on the TC250 hits really, really strong in the mid-range, where this is really mellow. It actually feels more like the TX300, which is a smooth linear power band. I mean, years to come, I think this bike's going to be one of the future prospects for the top two-strokes out there and really replace the carbureted bikes, and that's saying a lot. So good job, Husky and KTM, for really putting a lot of effort and money into the development of the TE250i. In the next few weeks, I'm going to take this in the hills. I'm going to take it to Bean Canyon. I'm going to take it to a couple more motocross tracks. And I got Kyle Red, my buddy, up the road to his endurocross track, and he's going to put me through the ringer there and really see what this bike's made of, see how versatile it is. For the full write-up on this bike, check out a feature issue of Motocross Action magazine. And as always, go to motocrossactionmag.com for all the latest news and 2018 models and product updates.